I love this guy. I love him for many reasons. I love him because he is proudly waving the Lebanese flag for many years as a musician, but also as a human. I also love him because over the years I got to know him a little bit more, and he's genuinely just an amazing guy. Please welcome to the show the one, the only, the legendary. It's Massari.
Hey! Habibi, thank you. What a beautiful intro, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you for having me.
Pleasure. It's all true, man. It's all true. I remember
Habibi.
My early days on radio, I remember you coming through to the studios in Sydney, in Australia, when you were selling out shows.
That was crazy. That was 20 something, almost 20 years ago, 18 years ago.
It's crazy.
I still have that picture, the one that me and you shaking hands. I should have just printed it out so I could show everyone.
Oh my gosh.
We're just pups, man. We're kids.
I know, right? We were just kids trying to, But I mean, at that time, you were selling out shows as a kid, even globally, wherever you traveled, you were selling out shows, and now home is for you is LA. It looks like you're in your studio back home.
Yeah, I'm in LA. I've been here for I've been living in LA for about 9 years now. Absolutely love it. Obviously, for all the right reasons. It's the hub of anything that has to do with entertainment and creativity, and being able to kind of find like-minded people who can inspire you to really push yourself and get to that next level of your career, and musically just to kind of grow. I feel like since I've been in LA, my music has also changed, and obviously I've grew into an executive position where now I'm the head of A&R at Universal Arabic Music. And so all the projects that we've put out, projects like Ileana, that has been incredibly receptive by the diaspora, and Isam and Najjar, MC Abdul, and now we have Saint Levant that's about to drop.
Oh, we also did Saint Levant.
Yeah,
I love that. I love it. So
incredible
talented.
He's so talented, and I feel like this next generation of kids that we sort of you and I and Sal and the boys have kind of really did all the groundwork to make sure that we can allow these beautiful, talented people to have their voices heard. And it's such a pleasure being able to kind of see it from the ground up. For instance, especially in the last few years, we've literally made history back to back. So first thing was Nancy Ajram's song with Marshmello, which I also produced. And that was such an incredible experience. And to be able to have, for the first time ever, an Arabic song hit the top 100 Billboard in America at number 43. So that was mind-blowing. And then Tukutaka. We did the World Cup record with Maluma, Nicki Minaj, and Miriam Ferris, which I also produced with several other producers. And it was such an incredible moment having the World Cup song. You can imagine, for me as an artist, as a writer, as a producer, that's like your dream scenario. And that also broke records. It was a historic moment. And then having Ileana be the first act to play Coachella, a full Arabic set ever. Everything, bro, that we've dreamed of is coming true. And it's just the fact, the power of manifestation is so real. We wanted this for our culture so badly, to be able to shed that positive light on everything that we stand for, everything that our parents raised us to be. And I feel like it's coming now. It's actually happening,
Wow, I love that, Massari. That was so well said, and exactly the vision that you guys had. Like you said, it came true. I remember being in LA maybe 3 years ago, sitting in a room where you were and Sal was, and and you guys were saying about the time is now that the world can listen to Arabic music, but on all platforms in all countries. And and that was before Ileana, that was before Muhammad Ramadan, that was before all of sort of this really popped off.
Of course, yes. Of course, Muhammad Ramadan as well. I mean, he is just he's a powerhouse. He's a force to be reckoned with. When we did Arabi, he had come out to LA, and it was a record that I had been working on because I wanted a flagship record for UAM, for Universal Arabic Music, to have that one song where I can have the whole world saying something that is very kind of related to what we're trying to push, and be able to bring them closer to the culture. So it was Arabi, 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 Arabi.
It's so
and
good.
So I was playing it for Ramadan, and he's like, I love this. I'm like, let's go, man. I think this is going to be a big move. He recorded on it. We wrote the verse together. and it sounded amazing. We had already produced it, me and my boy Chemist, ADM, and we got Scott Storch to do some of the production on it as well. So it was really coming together so beautifully. Sal was very much vested in this. He's like, okay, he played it for Future, and Future's like, oh. And to us to be able to have that cosign as well. I mean, mashallah, already, listen, man, Sal, Sal he's that guy, bro. He's the man. He's got the whole thing locked down. For us to be able to have been able to be blessed to have a man in that position to culturally allow us to break into the West as well in the way that he did was just incredible. So he brings Future's on the record now. Now we got a record that has also broken records for being the first song on Spotify to hit 1 million streams in 3 days in Arabic. And the song is going Arabic.
That's amazing. I love it. There's some of the lyrics in this song, and I think for this region especially, it resonates, especially right now. One of the lines is, I have Arabic blood in me. You then start to mention a lot of the Arab countries like Syria, Lebanon, the Emirates, Palestine, Sudanese, Morocco. I mean, continues to go. You have a scene where it's shot, I think it's CGI, but it's shot on the Burj Khalifa. So you've used parts of the Middle East as well to showcase it. So, I mean, for me, as an Arab as well, like, I think it's so cool to be able to just have those words. And you've got Future. Like, Future is in this song, right? Yeah. Like,
mind-blowing.
Yeah, like, I think it's such a great thing. So to be able to see it sort of resonate globally, I think is so important. So,
it's crazy. The song its journey is quite incredible. So this was a song I'm putting on my album. First, we started by introducing a little bit of the reggaeton vibes and then swapping some of these instruments to Arabic instruments like the tabla and so on. Then I brought in one of my boys. His name is Majd. He plays like incredible Arabic instruments. He put that Nai intro in the beginning, and it was such by fluke that I asked him to actually repeat it several times, and he couldn't. It was the greatest mistake I've ever heard in my life. Wow. And so I'm like, you know what? That's the one. So we kept it, and as it progressed, it was almost like such a beautiful recipe for something that I feel like has a long shelf life. I feel like it's something that could potentially be the beginning of a great new era. There is a very real realization in our culture and in the world today, where the same steps that we're taking for Latin America, where that young generation took salsa, bachata, and merengue and created the reggaeton, and you're taking someone from a whole continent that have some of the most beautiful and potentially the oldest music in the world in Africa, and have taken all these little elements, have created Afro beats. I feel like for us, history and being able to kind of dictate what modern civilization is basically striving towards now, which all started in our part of the world, it is our time to be able to put those elements together and have our time in the sun, and be able to have that platform, the whole world stage, to show, look at what Arabic culture has been able to create. Something so beautiful that breaks all barriers and eliminates all boundaries, where all people come together through music. That's why we decided to do music from the get-go,
It's so well said, man. Again, thank you for waving the flag, you and the boys, and what you're doing. I think it's so important. So we were talking off the radio just before the interview that, we've got Massari on, and, we're talking about you. And then, Nala, you said this one story that I wanted you to share with Massari. Take it away.
Okay.
So I am Syrian, and I'm from a hometown called Aleppo.
Oh my goodness.
And
did I meet you there?
Yes. So the first concert I've ever attended in my entire life was yours.
Oh,
and you were the first big artist to hit Aleppo. Like, nobody usually comes to our time. They usually go to the capital. And we watched the concert. We got T-shirts. I saw Masari in Aleppo. And there was
crazy.
I was actually front row, and you kissed my cheek, and I didn't wash it for a whole week.
I promise you, inshallah, when I come to Dubai and Al Rad, I'll kiss your cheek again. You can wash your face right away.
I
love that.
But hold on, what a great, I mean, a funny story and a great story. But like, I love that you went to Aleppo, like where Nala says, like the big names didn't ever want to go there, you know.
Ever.
And did you find that you wanted to make sure that you went to all the cities?
You know something? The fact that we came up from a city called Ottawa, the capital city of Canada, which is very much overlooked when it came to music or talent or anything of that nature. I've always wanted to bet on the underdogs. When they told me Aleppo, my parents have always told me so many beautiful stories about Syria in general. I'll be honest with you, during that phase of my life, that was the best trip I've ever had. Aleppo was so beautiful. I was so blown away. And I was so glad and lucky to see it back then. And I was really lucky to see Syria at the time. Funny story, which was actually as we were driving, me fully understanding Syrian culture, we're driving down the street and I'm seeing these really, really big posters of myself, and I was panicking because I understood as an Arab, I understood what that meant. But, you know, I don't know if people knew at the time that the president's family was in attendance at my show. And so when I was looking out into the crowd and I see a lot of men in Armani suits, I'm like, whoa, this is a cool crowd. But it was all Secret Service. It was hilarious. I was so honored. It was literally all Secret Service. So I was like, what's up, guys? And, you know, it was such a beautiful thing to be able to have people from the very top to people who are generally on the grounds that are dictating the futures of countries were all present at these shows. It was just an incredible moment for me in my career. I felt like from that point on, I felt the responsibility to be able to kind of take all of my experiences and especially bring them to the West and be like, we have started civilizations. It wasn't that we're just trying to catch up. No, you guys got to get the story straight. So, you know,
what a great story. What a great story. I love it. Performing for presidents. Masari, I love it. We thank you for your time. I was going to end the interview here, but Rossi wanted to ask one question here.
Well, yeah, no, just you're not the only person who is spreading the Lebanese message. Chris Fade went viral with his video, Of Course I'm Lebanese, where you list loads of reasons why you're Lebanese, right?
Yeah, okay.
I think if we add you into the video, it's going to go even bigger, Masari. So
let's do it, bro. Listen, man, whatever. Chris is my brother. And Chris, I just got to say a bit of side note off topic. I just want to say how proud I am of you, bro, for holding yourself the way that you did on that show. I don't know if you guys are allowed to say the name.
Yeah. Dubai Bling. Yeah.
Yo, bro, you are a real G. I'm telling you straight up, from street level to up top, very, very, very respectful. I'm so proud of you, my bro. Thank you for keeping our head held high. You are a champ, and congratulations on the baby. I know I already messaged you about that. I love you, bro, and I love everything that you represent, and anything that I can ever do for you and your family, I'm always going to be here, brother.
Thank you, Masari. That means a lot to me, man. I reciprocate that. I feel exactly the same about you, man. So thank you so much. Yeah, that makes me, bro. You go like goosebumps going on, bro. That's
nearly crying.
I'm not nearly crying. Go away.
Come on, don't be ashamed.
Wait, before you go, the song is called Arab. I want to say it right.
Arabi, yeah.
Arabi, right?
Yeah.
So we need to hear some Arabi. Like, come on, Chris.
Me?
Come on. We've just heard Masari.
Yeah.
Come on, we're bigging up the culture. I'm so proud. I was so proud to see the poster of the single in Times Square, my home city. I was like, that's dope. Incredible. That's awesome. So, Chris.
That's so incredible.
What do you want me to do?
You know,
you need to speak in Arabic. Come on.
If Masari can speak to me in Arabic, I can reply, but in English, though.
No.
أنا بحكي عربي بلبل ما تعطلوا هم. أنا بحكي عربي كأنه بعمري مشترك لبنان يعني. إذا بدكم ياني أحكي عربي all day.
Yeah, he can
no
speak.
problem.
Yeah, they know. They're trying to get me to speak Arabic, and أنا بفهم شوي عربي pretty. شوي pretty. Yeah.
شوي.
أنا بدي تاكل. بدك آكل؟
It's the other way around. أنا بدي آكل. بدك تاكل؟ صحتين على البخارية. أنا بدي آكل دايما.
I love him. The single is out. Go and check it out. The one, the only. It's Massari.
Virgin Radio.